I often tend to think that I'm dissatisfied with my life. I'm always contemplating where to live, what to do as a career, fantasizing about how my life could be. Not realizing that in and of itself is a huge factor in why I'm unsatisfied with my life, because I'm not in it. I distance myself from it. I'm not living it. Instead of doing the things I daydream about, I stay daydreaming. I stay thinking that something is off in my life, that my life would be better if only this or that. I stay chasing. Chasing what? What I'm doing is running away from myself. I'm spending so much time logically thinking about how to have the perfect life for myself that I'm preventing myself from having it. And I was walking and contemplating life and all the ways that I just described. I saw so many different kinds of birds, and I couldn't really catch them on camera. I didn't really want to, just wanted to enjoy them. And I saw so many. I saw a blue jay. I saw one that had a big red kind of feathery top. And then over here there's a million turtles. And there's just a lot of nature right here. But it reminded me, I listened to the Armchair Expert podcast recently with Jane Fonda. And she was born, I think, in 1937. And she was saying that there are billions less birds in North America than there were when she was growing up. It was just so sad. I forget the number, but it was crazy. It was so many birds. And we were just destroying wildlife and building, and there's so many people. And yeah, I forget what she said. She said something about that too. How many people were on Earth then. I want to say she said 3 billion, which that's wild because now there's 8. And that's just one lifetime. But anyway, I'm contemplating all of these things about my life, and here I am in this really pretty place on the water with all this nature around. And this was a 3-minute drive from where I live. And yeah, it's not super clean and pure. It's still, very close to a city, but it's something, and I just want to enjoy that and not be so hung up on these little things that I create in my mind. So I just came back from my little walk by the water, thinking about life stuff, and I'm in a good mood. I'm glad that I did that. I watched the clouds for a while, just laid on that little dock out into the water, which is so pretty, and I just laid on my back and just looked up at the clouds, and I was when's the last time I did this? You always do that when you're a kid. You stare up at the clouds and look at the shapes and see what you can see in the clouds, and you don't do that when you get older, or at least I haven't in a long time. So that was really kind of grounding to just lie there and look at the sky, and and just writing out my thoughts, journaling, and kind of getting out all the fuzz and all the ideas. I feel every single day for the past 2 weeks, I've just been contemplating every single aspect of my life and thinking about it to no end and every little detail and what could it look like in the future and what if I did this instead of that, and all these little pieces that could influence each other. And I've just been thinking about every kind of combination and what my life could look like. And the truth is, I don't know what my life would look like even if I did make those decisions. There's no certainty. I can try to plan some sort of life for myself and try to do it, and something completely different happens. So you just don't know. You can't plan your life like that. But yeah, I just feel a little bit lighter now that I've thought about things. I wrote it down, and I feel pretty good. I made broccoli cheddar soup last night, so that's what I'm gonna have for lunch, but I wanted to share. It's like a lightened up version, so it doesn't have milk or cream in it, and it's really just veggie broth and cheese is like the base of it. And then there's cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots. And you use the immersion blender and you get it all like creamy. It's pretty good, but I would say you have to eat it quickly because it kind of like separates, which is kind of gross. So I'm gonna eat it quickly, but I wanted to share. Oh, and then speaking of things in the kitchen, this is like the power of just like one thing really totally changing the whole vibe and look of a space. So Chris made us this beautiful table for the kitchen, and it's like a high top table, like not bar height, but like counter height. So it is the same height as all of our counters, and it's this really nice dark wood color. And we didn't get chairs for it. We were just like looking stuff up, wanted to find something secondhand, just never happened. And then it kind of like slipped my mind. And then I was driving around just the other day on this like very random like back road in kind of the middle of nowhere, and there were 2 chairs for free just on the side of the road. And they're not in the best shape, but we can kind of switch out the upholstery, like we can change the covers I think on the chairs, so it'll be okay. And then Chris like works with wood, so he can very easily sand the legs down, restain them if we need. But it like totally transforms the whole space. It like looks so much more put together and like a real kitchen with these 2 chairs, and I love it so much. This is what it looks like all together. So, I mean, I don't know, I didn't show you what it looked like before, but it just looks so much nicer. You can take my word for it. There's my broccoli cheddar soup. About to eat that. And now, like, it's functional. We can actually sit here now. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the floor is kind of like slanted up. So when you're coming in through the front door over here and you look at this table, it looks like it's completely slanted and like falling over. So the chairs kind of somewhat anchor it a little, and it makes it look less like it's on such an angle. So it helps. And they were free. So this whole thing was free. Table was free. Chris was able to use scrap wood, and then the chairs were free too. So this whole little beautiful setup was completely free. And we love that, don't we? So that's exciting. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention too with this little setup is that we do need something on the wall here. So we've never liked the placement of the clock. Like for a long time we didn't have these 2 things on the wall either, so it's just like a random clock in like kind of a weird place on the wall, and I hated looking at it. I feel like it also needs like a little shelf underneath or something. But yeah, there's Rock is playing with the bags. There's this huge open space here, so yeah, we're gonna put something there. Now that we're not so like, oh my god, we need to move right now, I feel like, all right, well, let's like settle in a bit more to our apartment here. We've lived here for 3 years, so we've settled in a lot already, but I feel like we could change it up and kind of make it feel a bit new and like do things that we never got around to, that we just got used to, like this blank wall in the kitchen and, you know, just other little things around that we just overlook. So yeah, we can like now kind of settle in and like make this place feel new and add some stuff, make it feel cool and like us. So I just wanted to share an exciting little home update.
I could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind, like a candle I just burn away. All we really have is time. All we really have is time. I don't wanna waste it on anybody, take it with anybody but you.
It is now the evening. I'm sitting in front of my window looking at the last little bits of the sunset, watching the traffic, so you might hear the traffic go by. But I took little clips of when I was journaling before, a little bit at home outside. I wanted to make a list of things that I can do that do not involve trying to plan my life and stay in fantasy land. I was trying to make a list of things to do that don't involve scrolling on social media like Facebook and Instagram. A lot of that is just like doom scrolling, and I find that when I'm bored I just do that, and I could be spending that valuable time doing something else that actually serves me and makes me happy and makes me feel like I am enjoying my life. You know, like I look at my life now and I'm like, there's all these things I'm not doing and I'm not happy because I'm not doing these things. And it's like, well, I have the time for them, I'm just not doing them. I know I just need a reminder. Like, it's really helpful to have a written list that I can go to when I'm a little bored, I don't know what to do. Like when I was making that list, I completely forgot that I like to collage. So I wrote that down and then I ended up doing that tonight. I didn't end up finishing it. It's pretty much finished. Oh, hi. Hey, Rock. That was really helpful for me today. Kind of tied up all the themes I was talking about. Like, what do I really want in life? What makes me happy? And I don't need to dramatically change my life to make that happen. Moving somewhere else won't fix it. It really starts within myself, and I just need to make the time and do the things that I want to be doing.
So tell me you listen, or tell me just how it is that you're someone else's. First tell me you love and lay in your arms, then call it Tennessee is the wild. And I'm not surprised. I really thought that you'd be different. running in circles.